In putting pen to paper, Braden Borren was suddenly surrounded. He went on writing a while. The ink flowed, but then he could write no more, for they stood right before him, between the paper and the nib. "Excuse us," they said to Braden. "What are you actually doing, sitting here on our hill?" He explained his fascination for toadstools. "Don't you know that they are waiting to come up, to grow here? They grow here every year," said the little man. A little woman came beside and stood up and looked at the Boffin. "Every year my children grow here. We are the Fly Agarics. We have many dreams, and I dreamt of you, Mr. Braden Borren. I told my husband and my children and all my family that one day a little fellow would come here with a big hat, and he would make a difference. You have skills. I have a fancy that is underneath your hat. Would you take it off so that we can see what's hiding there?" Braden Borren looked down. The mist began to rise, and as they waited for him to take his hat off, every tree in the forest lifted up its roots and grew a little closer and watched him. All of them. The trees, the little fairy folk, the birds in the sky, everything came down and watched as Braden Borren did something that many Boffins do not do, at least not in public. He took off his hat. It was very slow, the way he took it off. He explained years later it was because what was under the hat might become unsettled. It didn't. When eventually the hat was raised and placed upon the ground, all who were there, every tree, every bird, and every fairy folk, stared as they looked up. "Oh my," said the little fairy woman. "Oh my." For there, sitting on his head, was the most wonderful machine that they had ever seen. "Can you tell us about it?" He looked down at them. "I've told no one else," he said. "Why should I tell you?" "Because when I dreamt about you, I dreamt that you and us would work together. There is some alchemy that we should make. Would you be willing?" And as she said it, she spread her hand before her, and out of her fingers came stars, came sparkles, and came words. "I read those once," said the woman, the little fairy one. She jumped up and down, and her children jumped around her. "Tell us, tell us, tell us," they said. "Tell us, mother, tell us." I read these words. Your grandmother and your great-grandmother and your great-great-great-great-great-grandmother all knew these words. They are special words. And if we all sing them together and say them together, and we work with Mr. Boffin here. "Braden," he said. "My name is Braden Borren. Braden Borren, the great Boffin. I enjoy making alchemic things." "Exactly," said the little fairy woman. And she looked down at her children. "We have always thought that from time to time we should work with others. Humans, no, but Boffins and elves sometimes." Said somebody. "No, surely not elves." "Yes, maybe." "But what about him?" said the little boy. "Shall we work with him? Look at that machine." And they all looked again. It's amazing. So it was that they sat there upon that mound and considered what they could make together. "Alchemy. We shall make a toadstool like no other. It shall have stars inside of its blood. It shall grow like as if it knew the other side of the world. Its roots will reach and reach and reach, and it will create words in every autumn. When the sun wanes and the night time gets longer, all of us, even the birds, all of us will gain. And so it was amongst the white trees of the sky and the earth. So it was that the salt gods and the forest gods and the tree gods and all who were known as elementals came and listened and watched as the alchemy was made. When it was done, when Braden Boffin had put his hat back on his head, and everybody said to one another, "I shall never forget what was underneath his hat." So it was that Braden Borren and the Faerie People had made the Fly Agaric. Magical they are. Not every one, of course. You have to find the right one. They're not all magical. You have to get to the right part of the forest at the right time of the year, the right season, under the right moon. But those who know really do know. And perhaps, just perhaps, you are one.